We are here with head coach of the softball team, Orlando Salinas. Coach, you're coming off of a pair of splits, and we were just talking about it prior to this start. It's a very tight race in the LSC right now. The 4 and the 8 seed are all separated by a game. How important were getting those splits this weekend?
They were very important. We always say here in the Lone Star Conference, obviously we're trying to sweep our opponent, but when you get a split, you take it and you go on to the next series. There's no time to dwell on it. Everybody's beating everybody right now. This is the most competitive conference in Division II in the country. So, like I say, that these series, they get you ready for the next one because they're battles. We're facing good pitching, and it was no exception this weekend. We played 2 really good coached, fine, good teams, and in St. Ed's and St. Mary's, and we came out with splits in both of them. So we'll take it and we'll move on.
You mentioned that these series get you ready for the next series. They'll also obviously get you ready for when you play those 2 teams again, St. Edward and St. Mary's, at the end of the year. I don't need you to give up your scouting report or anything, but what do you feel that you've learned from those teams, having played them once or heading into another matchup?
Every year it seems like St. Mary's has a certain brand of softball that they play, and St. Edward's, they just got a new coach, and she coached, I want to say, at St. Mary's. So they were similar, in their styles. Those are going to be our last 2 series of the year, and those are going to be wars, and those games could be real meaningful into who gets into the conference tournament. And so, we just look forward to our next series, and then and just keep battling. That's what we tell the girls. You keep your head up. You lick your wounds, and got in a battle, and then we get back after it. And then at the end of the year, I think we're going to be right where we want to be.
I want to touch real quick on the second half of the doubleheader on Sunday. We're down late, batted around, pulled out a 5-run inning in the bottom of the 5th to come back and win. Obviously, split the series like we mentioned. How big was that? And you talked right there about sort of keeping your head up and keep looking forward, even within games. How big was that comeback?
That was huge. They jumped on us 2-0 in the first inning, and we could have easily just laid down and let that momentum. They had some momentum going and let it take over. But that was the one thing we talked about at the end of the first game. We said, hey, this game's about momentum, and when they do have it, we got to do something to change that momentum. And we stayed the course. We had, one of our top hitters was out for this Sunday series, and we said somebody's got to step up and pick up, A.J. Hasso, because A.J. Hasso was batting close to 400, and so we were stressing that somebody's got to pick up her slack. It can be 2 people. It does not matter, but we need some people to step it up. And I was really excited to see that. We had a freshman who hadn't been playing that much, and Faith Nunez, and she went in there, and I think in the 2 games she ended up with like 4 hits, 2 doubles, and so that was real impressive by a freshman, and it just really, when we talk about development, it shows. That's proof. I was telling the whole team, it's proof how you stay with the process, and eventually, you're going to get your shot, and she was a real spark plug for us in that second game.
You got ranked Oklahoma Christian. They're now, as of the new poll came out a few hours ago, they're number 20 in the country. Then you've got Cameron coming up this Sunday as well. More games at home, another opportunity. I thought the crowds were pretty good this past weekend. Another opportunity to play in front of your home fans. What do you expect, and what's the mindset going into this weekend?
Well, again, Oklahoma Christian, very well coached team. They're coming in the top 25 year in and year out. We get in some great games with them, so we're not expecting anything less. But we're at home, and we had a great crowd this weekend, and we're expecting to have a really good turnout for this coming weekend. But they're going to come with they play really good defense. They got good pitching. It's going to be a great matchup, and like I said, the team that gets that fields the ball better is going to win. And But we're looking forward to a great series against Oklahoma Christian.
Thanks for taking the time, Coach. Appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you.
Good luck.